From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Oakland taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Third and long. It's Fields. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Brandon, doesn't you going to be a manhandled at the point of attack? I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw, here's Willis. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Willis to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, son.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Right back to A-Chain on second down. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. The Dolphins at 8-2 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there. That'll bring up second down. But you look at this defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10. Sticking with Walker on second down. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third down, it's Willis. And he's caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Well, they run the option on second down. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And an Oakland first down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Nighthawks 3, Dolphins 0.
Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Open man here, Sims complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 14 yards that time for number 14.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks add 6 to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Fields. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fields going to change things up here. They go play action here on first down. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A-Chain on the counter, down at the 25.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This now a 3rd and 4. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Walker. Busts through the tackle. There he goes left side. He may go. Touchdown. Ken Walker. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next week. A chain hit and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Do you remember?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Fields. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
On first down, Fields. Everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Dolphins nothing. Jason Myers set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 85 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
From the 50, here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Channing Tindall, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
19 tight.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. The motion man is Cole. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now Hill to return it. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, it's Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
1st down and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. 3rd quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, smash Bronco!
In motion right, that's Metcalf. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Powering forward. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
104 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Willis.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Now Willis.
And this one is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey, check that. Street.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Third quarter from Miami. This is second and 10. Here's Fields. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
A-Chain on first and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 11. Fields.
And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Dolphins!
Irv Smith Jr.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the score. And that's going to cut the lead down to 13. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hold the set.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, all of a sudden, we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Walker with another carry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Play fake. Here's Willis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Finds Hill on the crossing route. Complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Pitch comes to Walker. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. In motion right, that's Metcalf. Back back to Walker on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. The recipe is pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Willis. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to perhaps salt this one away. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Fields on first down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. They're all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 79 yards. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
They certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a 4th-quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll toss this out right to Walker. Taken down at the 42.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and long coming defensively. You pressure the quarterback and drape all over the passing lane.
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them out to the quarterback and then make sure they bring it to the field.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Fields. That's pulled in by Wilson. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
All eyes on Fields. Going right back to Wilson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Fields. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now. Johnson for the extra point try. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Willis. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Willis to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Come on, come on. Hey.
One final try for Willis. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a 1-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace.